Welcome to week 2 of the Relaunch Your Health program. Week 1 was fantastic. It was all about awareness and using your 3-day diet record. I'm sure that you recorded the food and drink that you were eating over every meal throughout the day, and potentially you kept printing off these documents and populating them and kept recording your food intake. It's a real insight as to just the little things that we eat throughout the day, whether that's a snack, whether that's a main meal or a drink on the go. Everything adds up, everything counts. So thank you for your participation with that, and make sure you keep utilizing some sort of record like this, whether it's on paper or it's digital, but keep recording what you're eating so you have awareness ongoing about your dietary habits. Number 2, you went through an eating habits questionnaire, and you may have found out a bit more about yourself in terms of your history of nutrition and any cues that you have around emotional eating, situational eating, environmental. I'm sure that was an eye-opener for you as well. And the last document from week 1 was the behavior awareness worksheet. And utilizing an episode where you may have eaten or drank too much. This was a really good exercise to go through to be aware of the emotional triggers, the environmental triggers, how you felt before, during, and afterwards in relation to that particular episode. So I hope you gave that a good go and you found out a bit more about yourself there. And maybe that may have given you an understanding of what you need to do in the future when you start to feel those cues going into some sort of episode like that. We're on to week 2, and this week we're going to give you the New Image Easy Eating Guidelines. Now, this is not a diet, it is a guideline. But what we've done here is we've made some recommendations into some principles that you can utilize throughout the week to make sure that you stay on track with healthy eating. So page 1 of the New Image Easy Eating Guidelines contains these 7 rules, or these 7 suggestions. Number 1 is to eat 3 meals a day. Number 2 is to add a morning or an afternoon snack if you wish, or if you feel that your body needs that. Number 3 is to make sure that we're sitting down to eat. Number 4 is to watch the coffee consumption. Number 5 is no weekday drinking. That's alcohol. Number 6, saying yes to whole foods. And number 7, prioritizing your sleep. And as we go to page 2, it gives you an understanding of a breakdown of every meal. So on your left-hand side of the plate, we've got your vegetables. And on the right-hand side, we've got these macronutrients. We've got protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Please make sure you go through that particular plate model there. It's a really good way to eat balanced meals every meal of the day. Really important. And on the 3rd page, we're going to educate you. We're going to give you a good understanding of what foods fall into those different categories: the vegetables, the protein, the carbohydrates, and the fats, and how to lay out your plate utilizing those different types of foods. On page 4, we've got an example of how you might build out your day utilizing that method from before, so that plate model. So on this one, for example, on breakfast, we've got protein, okay, it's going to be eggs. For our carbohydrate, we've got rye toast. And for our fats, we've got olive oil, which we're going to cook our food in. And then we've got 2 cups of baby spinach for our veg. So it's a really good understanding as to how you lay out your meals utilizing that plate model. And then for the next 3 pages, we've got meal suggestions. In fact, 4 pages. So we've got some breakfast meal ideas. We then have some lunch meal ideas, some snacks, and the last one being dinner. So week 2 is a little bit about education. It's about utilizing these guidelines, using this as a resource for you to educate yourself around different macronutrients, micronutrients, and the importance of having balanced meals every meal of the day. So combining the New Image Eating Guidelines and utilizing the 3-day diet record from last week, you've now got 2 really important tools to utilize this week, as well as the exercise tools, to make sure that we really start to head in the right direction. Last week you set some goals, and by now you should be feeling, okay, am I on track towards those goals? And utilizing these resources, I'm very confident that you will be on track to utilize those goals. I'm here for support. Reach out to me, sean@newimagept.com.au, or message me on Facebook. The team's also on this private group. So please reach out to any one of us so we can help you move towards your goals in the Relaunch Your Health Challenge.